Do you need,
Nope, that's okay.
sure,
I'm gonna sit.
I can wait.
Nope, that's okay. I will sit.
So it's, just about 4 o'clock, maybe a minute or so after. We are a little short today, but we do have enough for a quorum. So if I could, I'd start the meeting with pledge and flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
And
to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Obviously, Legislator Winslow is not here today. He's on vacation. Lucky him, down in New Orleans where it's probably nice and warm. He said it was 80 yesterday when I talked to him. As far as roll call, we have myself, Legislator Nightingale, and Legislator Patel. I believe Pam Coleman has been excused, if I'm not mistaken. Minutes to approve for March 11th.
Nightingale, move it.
I have a motion and a second. Anybody opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. I have an appointment. We won't deal with that until the full ledge, but Frederick Hess is going to be appointed to, hopefully be appointed to the Fire Advisory Board for that area. With that, we'll get right into department updates. First up will be 911, Denise Spengler. Denise?
Good evening. You mentioned that was 80 where Tom is.
I said something like that.
Do you remember last year, we were looking at the solar eclipse on this day and it was like 70 out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's lucky down there. Now we got a blizzard. They're almost.
So good evening. On my report, the one thing I'd like to highlight is in regards to staffing. The health program is so far proving to be extremely beneficial. I'm very thankful that we've implemented that. The state has extended the use of the health program, which is another bonus. We've probably taken in roughly 75 applications over the course of the last month and a half, which is amazing. I mean, I haven't seen that in probably 12 years. So I'm excited. We're doing some interviews next week on Monday and Tuesday. Pending the results of those, we may do another round of interviews. And then hopefully by middle of May, we'll get into the background packets and get those completed and start a training class in June is our hope. Because I think we're gonna have a tough summer with staffing at the center. And then I just have 2 resolutions that are to accept grants.
Okay, why don't we get right into them? Go ahead. I guess I can.
They are JP1 and JP2. They are our standard SEEP and PSAP grants that are used to offset operations and personnel expenses.
I'll start with JP1, authorizing the chairman of the Cayuga County Legislature and the Cayuga County 911 Administrator to accept the public safety answering point grant awarded by the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services. The
I'd like
grant
to
will
move-
be used.
I'd like to move JP1 and 2 together because they're both accepting funds.
Okay, I have a motion to bundle JP1 and 2 because they're accepting grants. I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion about the 2 resolutions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried. That's it, simple.
Very good. And
Anybody have anything else for Denise?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Next up, sign council, it would be Lloyd, but we have John here tonight.
Good afternoon. Believe everybody should have our report. Nothing new since then, nothing out of the ordinary. But I'd be happy to answer any questions. Anybody has any?
Anybody have any questions for assigned council? Seeing none. John, thank you. Quick and easy for you tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up would be the coroner, Dr. Adam Duckett. I don't see him here. I think, thought I saw.
Short report.
Yeah, it is a short report, but I thought something. No, apparently not. Thought I saw a resolution. Nope, okay. Next up, District Attorney. Antonacci, please.
Good evening, everyone. We had 17 grand jury indictments this past month. This month, we're probably going to hit the upper 20s. We've been very busy. I don't have any other updates. I do have one resolution on JP3, which is looking to add a diversion program to our traffic reduction program.
Okay, just JP3, I'll read it real quick. Authorizing the district attorney to amend current contract with Advent Financial Systems LLC to include additional traffic program. I need a motion.
Nightingale, move it.
I need a second to do that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? If not, carried. Anybody have any questions for the district attorney?
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Moving right along, emergency services is Riley Shirtliff. Riley is excused. He does have a resolution that I will read. It's basically we're accepting something. It's authorizing the chair of the Cayuga County legislators and Director of Emergency Services and the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services to enter into an MOU, whereas DHSES will transfer possession but not ownership of flood mitigation equipment. It enhances the preparedness and response capabilities to transfer the equipment to us for flood mitigation equipment to Cayuga County. And basically what it is, we're getting a bunch of sand bagging equipment. There's an actual sandbagger that's on a trailer, can be moved, will probably be stored down at the Lock Fire Department. It is on a trailer. It can be moved to anywhere in the county or even out of the county if the state so desires that. Comes with sandbags. It comes with multiple water pumps that we can use to pump basements and stuff like that with. Like I said, in the resolution, we are going to have it, store it, use it, but it will not be owned by us. No cost to the county whatsoever. So with that, I will ask for a motion.
Nightingale, move it.
I'll second for discussion.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
I guess I'd like to see what the MOU is at some point because we don't have ownership, but we're in possession and a lot of this equipment, including pumps and stuff, they break down. And I'd like to know who's responsible for the maintenance while it's in our possession.
The state is, from what I've been told by Riley. It's ours to use. The Homeland, as far as I can only repeat from what I'm being told, Homeland had this equipment, it's extra. Down in the south end of the county, as you all know, we are susceptible to flooding. They were looking for a place to put this equipment and they decided Cayuga County was the place. Go ahead, Brett.
I hate to disagree.
Oh.
But the attached to the resolution is the MOU. Paragraph 6 addresses the maintenance and Cayuga County is to provide the routine maintenance of the equipment.
Oh, so I was informed incorrectly. Okay, well, per Mr. Westfall, our legal counsel, he has stated that Cayuga County will be responsible for the maintenance of the equipment. So does that answer your question?
More than answers the question.
And so any other discussion?
I moved the table till Ways and Means to see if there's any adjustment that can happen to that MOU.
Are you going to refer it to Ways and Means?
Yes,
So,
because otherwise it's going to go down tonight.
I understand what you're doing.
so right now I have a motion to table to Ways and
Refer to ways.
refer to Ways. Um, and if that's a motion, I will second it. All in favor or any discussion? I'm in
Aye.
favor.
Favor.
Anybody opposed? No? Carried. So we'll move JP 4, I believe it is,
That's correct.
to Ways and Means. Okay, next up, evaluation, Tyrone.
How are you?
Good.
Well, I don't have any resolutions and right now, just the only updates is that which was in my report, is that we're looking to kind of beef up our maintenance of our sex offenders population, to add a couple things to orders and conditions to try to monitor them a little better. We're continuing to work on our financials as far as getting things straightened out, coming along with that. Other than that, I don't really have anything more.
Anybody have any questions for Tyrone?
I do.
Right.
When you say we're looking to monitor them a little bit better, that's a little bit scary.
Well, we're monitoring, there's just some things that we don't offer that we could be, such as internet monitoring.
So be more efficient.
Yeah, internet monitoring, and then being able to use polygraphs. Right now, we're currently paying for them, and we shouldn't be. And so we're looking to change that to more of a self-pay than as opposed to.
I just wanted to make it clear.
Yeah. No, we're monitoring.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything for Tyrone?
We have 3 officers who are in various levels of training, and they'll be up and ready fully to go in late summer, early fall.
Yeah, so they'll finish up their 9 weeks or 10 weeks of training, so they'll be back roughly around the middle of June. And then we'll get them firearms, but they'll at least be ready to go. But we'll have to find something for firearms, so we're checking with the sheriff and some various.
Will that put you at a full staffing?
Yes.
Anybody else? Thank you, Tyrone. Appreciate
Thank
it
you.
very much. Next up will be the sheriff.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
I don't have anything to add to my written report, but I'm happy to answer any questions if you have anything.
Yeah, I see you got a slew of resolutions.
Oh, point 4. I've seen a lot more.
We'll start right off, JP 5, authorizing the Cayuga County Sheriff to contract with 3.
You have to read that carefully.
I'm reading it carefully. Monkeys Inflatable to provide a distracted driving simulator for the Auburn High School students, advanced destructive decisions, SAD. Health fair in April, and transfer DARE funds to pay for stated service. I need a motion.
Move it.
I would offer to move to bundle JP5 and JP6. They're both accepting funds.
I have a motion to accept JP 5 and JP 6. They're basically accepting funds. I've got a second.
Yes.
I have a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, carried. So JP 5 and 6 are done. Moving on to JP 7. Authorizing the chair of the Cayuga County Legislature to execute and approve 2025, 2026 statewide targeted reductions in inmate partner violence, STRIVE. Grant award to the Cayuga County Sheriff's Office in the amount of $25,000.
Move it.
Nightingale second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Sheriff, if I'm butting in, yell out or whatever, if I'm overstepping my bounds here. JP8, authorizing a temporary change in the terms of the Cayuga County Deputy Sheriff Police Association's bargaining agreement contract to allow road patrol sergeants to work on a 12-hour shift rotation for a pilot period of up to 6 months, beginning May 1st, 2025. Need a motion? I'll make the motion. I need a second.
Second for discussion.
Okay, go ahead, Heidi, if you have any questions.
I do have questions. I actually just, if the sheriff could provide the full clarity for me.
Sure. So we have 4 road patrol sergeants that approached me with interest in amending their contract to allow them just to change their shift schedule from a 4 on, 2 off, 8-hour shift to a 12-hour shift, which would essentially provide more hours of work from those 4 road patrol sergeants in the course of a year for the same salary. It would actually be the equivalent of 17 additional 8-hour work days, whatever those hours equate to, that we, the county, the sheriff's office would get in additional coverage for the same salary. The benefit to the sergeants is it's a better work-life balance as far as the schedule goes. They get every other Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, which when you're on a 4 and 2 schedule, you only get your weekends off every, I think, six weeks. So this would allow them every other weekend, a 3-day weekend, but they would be working more hours. So this is one of those resolutions, in my opinion, that would be a win-win for the county, win for our sheriff's office, and a win for the sergeant. So they would like to try it. It would be a pilot program. There would be one adjustment that would have an impact that I want to be fully transparent with. If approved, and Mr. Westfall and I worked with our labor council on that MOU draft. Relative to bereavement time, the way bereavement time is given in their contract now, they're given in 8-hour or day increments if they are allowed bereavement time for a death in the family. With the 12-hour shift, I would ask that we allow them to have a 12-hour day rather than have to use 4 hours of their own benefit time to make up the difference between the 8 and the 12-hour shift. So we would be allowing them that, but we would be getting a significant amount of hours in addition that they would be working in the course of a year. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
didn't want them to have to use 4 hours of their own time when they're giving us many more hours in the course of a year if we do this.
Go ahead, Ben.
Couple of questions. I guess at some point, before this is totally accepted, then it would come back to the legislature for final approval, correct?
Correct. It's written in the MOU that it would need legislative approval if we're to continue with this after the pilot period. So we would have to come back and reassess this and determine if we would want to make a permanent amendment.
And then my other request would be if we could, as a committee, get a report in August, how it's going or whatever. So kind of intermediate.
Sure.
The pilot is, excuse me, Matt,
Okay.
the pilot is 6 months long, right? So May.
Yeah, but it doesn't start till May, so halfway through or
Sure, we can do that.
August or September is fine, but
Anybody else have any comments about JP8? I would just add that, I did speak with the sheriff on this and agree with him. I think it's a win-win for not only the county, but the citizens of this county. We're going to have more supervisory hours out on the road. And I think that's a win-win for everybody. So I approve of this resolution myself, and I will be voting yes. So with that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Anybody have any other questions for the sheriff?
Thank you.
Hearing
Thank you.
none. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up would be Stop DWI, Deb. Oh, she is here. Yep.
I didn't have an update for the report, but I just wanted to give the committee an update. On May 25th at 5 p.m. at the Weedsport Speedway, Stop DWI New York State is actually going to be having a promotional night there during the races for Stop DWI New York. And they've invited me to be a part of that if I'm interested, which I am. So I'll let you all know the information if anybody is interested in attending and being at that table. They're going to be doing giveaways, a lot of virtual simulators and things of that nature. And that's fully funded and sponsored by New York State Stop DWI.
And the date again on that.
It's Memorial Day weekend, so it's May 25th. So it'd be the Sunday at Weedsport Speedway at 5:00.
Okay, thank you. Have anything else?
Nope.
Just your resolutions?
Mhm.
Okay, you've got, 3, 4, 4.
Like to bundle 9 and 11, if you might. Offer to accept grant money.
Grant and grant. I have a motion to bundle JP 9, JP 11. They're accepting, grant monies. I have a motion. I need a second.
Nightingale,
I have
second.
a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. So JP 9 and 11 are taken care of. 10. Authorizing the chairperson, the legislator, and the Cayuga County Stop DWI coordinator to enter into an agreement with the Auburn Double Days for the 2025 season to promote Cayuga County Stop DWI program.
Nightingale, move it.
I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Next up, JP 12, authorizing the legislator to approve the approval of the 2025 Cayuga County Stop DWI plan. I'll make that a motion. Second.
Nightingale, second.
Anybody have any discussions? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Yeah. Deborah, do you have any other comments you'd like to make after we approve all your?
No, as long as everything goes through the double days, I'll be in touch with everybody in regards to that. But one addition to that partnership this year is on Sunday, June 22nd. It's going to be Stop DWI Day at the double days game. It's a double header. So we'll be welcome to have vehicles, tables, et cetera, giveaways for that day as well. So I'll let everybody know when that is. And also during the season as well, we're always welcome to have tables there. That's part of the sponsorship. They will make at all their home games tables available to us to use if we want to have any promotions for the county.
I believe that's a continuation from years.
Okay, yep, and all the banners and things like that. So, yep.
That's a real fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So I have some promotional items on order. We have some T-shirts and keychains and pens, but there's a few other things that I've ordered with some of the extra funding we had for promotional items. So we'll have some fun things to give away to families and kids.
It's the May 2nd game.
June 22nd.
Oh, June.
Yep, it's a Sunday. It's a double header. So I believe it's at 1 and 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, anybody else have anything for Ms. Dennis?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. I need a second. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
I know they have that.
Hey, Public Works is in Got a lot of cold weather to deal with tonight.
That's on the agenda? Just checking.
So call the meeting to order. We have present legislators Petcher, Shea, and Vitale. First up to approve the minutes of the March 11th meeting.
Move it.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried. Mr. Reinflesch has a report here, but I don't see him. So we'll move right along to Mr. Soper with the highway.
Yes, I apologize. I ran out of time to get a report in, but we're doing the standard things this time of year. We're prepping roads for paving. The paving schedule is actually going to start tomorrow if the weather allows it. It's not looking too good today, but and in between, I've been working with Rich, with solar or wind farm road use agreements. We've had a few meetings on that, and I don't have too much else to add. Anybody's got any questions?
Here, any other legislators have any questions? Otherwise, you could have done it by phone tonight.
No resolutions.
All right. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks.
Doug, I know you must have a lot to report.
Always. So hopefully you get a chance to check it out. The one thing I do want to point out, though, is we just got back from our annual training for the Soil and Water Conservation Districts. And Tim Schneider did win the Division II Merit Award for us. Tim's our field manager at the district. So it's exciting. And whenever last year, Jason Cutterback, our grazing specialist and ag specialist won. And this year, Tim did. So that's pretty cool. We finalized our annual report. There's obviously a digital version, but being old school, I do still like to hand out paper copies because there's just something about holding it and checking it out. I try and do it intentionally so it has lots of pictures. And I know you guys hear me report all the time on some of the projects we do. And at some point, it'd be great. I don't know if you want to. Okay, great. That you guys interested in seeing what the districts do? All right, cool. And you get a chance to hear about what we do, but this kind of puts some of it into shape and in pictures and in print and highlight some of our projects. Some of them, we can't put them all into a report, it'd be too long. But a lot of cool stuff in there. Feel free to check it out. They say digital ones and in past years to see how they compare are online on our website. And we're just gearing up for the season. I know this weather today is gonna hold us back, but our equipment's ready to go. We've started a couple projects and hopefully warm weather's around.
We need a little bit of this weather to take a break before we go.
Full bore.
Yeah,
It was drying out nicely and
Yeah.
it got a little sloppy here, but
good to slow down a little bit.
yeah, we got some good stream projects lined up for this year. A lot of good work.
Any questions for Mr. Pierce?
And if you guys check that report out and have any questions, give me a call as always.
When are you gonna have piles of tires on your parking lot?
Actually, we've been talking about it. We're looking to we set June 7th as the date. Just working out some of the fine tune details still. But June 7th, it's usually the Saturday before Father's Day. Last year, we got about 5,500 tires. Typically, we get between 3,000 and 5,000. So it's been a great cleanup. We've been doing it for 21 years. A lot of tires got recycled. Worked with partners like a highway department, planning department, Cornell Cooperative Extension, and Nucor received some of the tires too, which is a great partnership. And they recycle it into theirs. So it's a win-win all around.
Great. Go ahead.
Yeah, congratulate Tim for us.
Yeah.
That's a well-deserved. Second thing is we got 2 harvesters ready to go.
Harvesters are ready to go. Transport barge gets new motors. We just got the call that they came in. So maybe the end of this week, we get those from A1 through bid. And the 2 new 115s are going to go on that. And we'll be ready to roll.
Ready to
That's what
rock and roll.
winter is good for us. Get
All right.
these things ready. So
Good. Thank you.
sure.
Go ahead, Heidi.
I'm not a member of the committee, but thank you for taking my question, Legislator Vitale. I'm just assuming from this report that the porous parking is completed here at the Ag Museum. That's,
Yeah, we'll come
feels
back.
looks like
Yeah, absolutely. We'll come back. There's going to be some touch-up work that's going to be needed. Didn't have a chance to fully establish itself before before the usage kicked up and then winter came. But
Okay, thank you.
yeah, if we got to come back and re-blend it back up with, work it up with our skid steer. So and then we seed it. We'll be on that
Thank you.
when the conditions are appropriate. Hopefully soon.
Thank you, Doug.
Sure.
All right, we do have a couple of resolutions, buildings as a PW1. And it's for extension of the contract with Collier for plans, create plans from designs or specifications for specific county projects. Get a motion and a second for discussion.
Move it.
Second. You have a motion, any discussion? Otherwise, I guess. I don't know who to ask, Fred.
Sure, I'll see what I can do. Take your pick.
Move on.
Go to Rich,
I mean, is there anything specific here or is it just,
It's redoing we've hired colliers, or basically put them on retainer. So when a project comes up, we go to them to do the design work. We've done this for a couple of years now. I think this is the last year of our initial round of contracts with them.
so like next year we would have to go out to bid or?
Yeah.
Not probably request for proposals rather than bid, right? Okay. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We didn't oppose, right, Hans? Okay. Yes.
Cheers.
Hey, county attorney. To execute addendum to a lease agreement with the city of Auburn. Motion, I'll make the motion. Bob, you gonna second it?
I'll second it. Pretty discussion.
And we'll have Fred or Rich explain it.
So this is the renewal for the city court lease at the historic post office. It actually expired in December of 23. Remember in 23, there was discussion about doing some renovations. That didn't move forward, so we figured it's time to renew this lease. This takes it through 2026. The rental amount is the same, $15 and 5 cents or 3 cents a square foot. It's been that for a couple of years now. So we'd ask for your consideration.
And did I read this is like halfway through the agreement?
Yes, it should have been renewed in January of 24. It wasn't because the city at that time was working through rehab.
Cost for the renovations.
For the renovations and the bids, remember the bids came in over too high and the project has now been, I guess, on hold.
On hold, okay.
So we figured it was time to get the lease.
Any other questions? Otherwise, all in favor? Aye. No one opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
There is one more.
Oh.
You might have
Oh,
the,
yes, it's not on here, but I got a phone call. Go ahead.
so the PW3 authorizes the chair of the legislature to enter into contract with Clean Tech for the cleaning of the space at the community college. This is a space that was formerly occupied by employment and training. It's time to get the cleaning service in place. We're basically, the resolution is to extend the existing contracts with Clean Tech through the end of that period.
Make the motion for discussion.
A second.
Seconded. So this is really an addition to the contract we already have.
That's correct.
Was it, they weren't bid separately?
They weren't bid separately. They're extending the existing contract because we already have several contracts with this company to clean several different locations.
Any other questions?
Did they amend it because of the adjustment in the COB closing?
They did that already, and this is going to be adding on to that.
This will add on to that. Okay.
On to that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think we were here last month for the
63 Genesee.
63 Genesee Street. Yes.
Any other questions? Otherwise, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
If somebody really wants to amend, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.